Off and running now. Cool Choice West Point have bounced away quickly. The landmark was eased back after the jump away. Cool Choice led from on the outside West Point and whipping around them Sabre Affair going forward now. Further back Kentucky Blues Soraya followed by King Ivor. Monet's Cove out deep. Two further back Maximal. King Midas outside it from Dibbles Dane. Lord Ted has drifted back to second last. Last of all is the landmark. Sabre Affair in front of the 1200 led 3/4 now to West Point second. Two further back Cool Choice followed by King Ivor out 3 deep. Back in the middle there Kentucky Blue. Two to King Midas getting his head up. Not racing tractably at all at the moment. Around him Monet's Cove. Soraya the fence of the 1,000. Two to Dibbles Dane and well back Lord Ted. Maximal 3 out and last of all the landmark. At the 800 metre mark Sabre Affair 1.5 West Point. A length further back King Ivor third. It's been a little deep though around Kentucky Blue. Over on the fence running fifth at the moment Cool Choice. One to Monet's Cove. Followed back in the middle by King Midas. Still not racing tractably from Soraya the rail from Maximal, Dibbles Dane, Lord Ted. And the landmark given a crack with a whip. 600 to go nearing the turn. And the leader Sabre over on the inside. Sabre Affair about a half in front of West Point. Then on the outside King Ivor's gone up out 3 deep. Behind those Cool Choice and further back Kentucky Blue, Monet's Cove. Then Maximal, 350 metres to go. West Point under pressure, grabbed by King Ivor. King Ivor in front. Cool Choice now getting the run near the inside. Then Monet's Cove from Kentucky Blue. King Ivor in front. Cool Choice got up on the inside to join it now. Cool Choice has grabbed King Ivor. They've come away now from West Point and Monet's Cove. It's King Ivor and Cool Choice. Cool Choice and King Ivor stride for stride down to the line. They hit it heads up and down here. Cool Choice, King Ivor. Nothing in this. 2 lengths away. Third, Monet's Cove. They're followed by Kentucky Blue, West Point. Then Soraya Maximal. A gap in the race then to King Midas. Neville Trevor well from Lord Ted. Sabre Affair well back in the race, the landmark, and Dibbles Dane last of all.
If it's 3 Cool Choice, 9.10 the win, 2.90 the place, or 4 King Ivor, 4.40, 1.50 for third, 7 Monet's Cove, 4.50.
Super Tab 3 Cool Choice, 8.10, 2.40, or number 4 King Ivor, 4.10, 1.60 with third to number 7 Monet's Cove, 4.80.
Cool Choice and King Ivor, who wouldn't give up. Cool Choice got him, got ahead in front of him, but he kept coming back. King Ivor on the outside, and the heads are out of sync. Down to the line, King Ivor the outside and Cool Choice. Just depends on what nose came down at the right time. And it is number 3, Cool Choice on the inside, number 3. Number 3 on the inside. Cool Choice has just dropped his nose at the right time to gain this, number 3. A pick-up ride for Brett Preble with Simon Marshall caught up in traffic. Number 4, second, King Ivor, Mick Dittman. Huge run, never than closer than 3 to the fence. And third, number 7, and that's Monet's Cove, Rod Griffiths, 3, 4 and 7. 3, 4, 7 in the opening race today.
Race 2, Rick.
Okay, and we'll have a look at more details.
Just about ready. Off and running now. Spartacus has bounced away with them with Mighty Way. Couple are heading out wide here on the track, and they include the favourite Spartacus. Nature's first out there now. Nature's going to lead out from Regal Centre and Armadale, and now Superboy and Spartacus. They're the 5 going straight to the grandstand side. Over on the flat side here, and Mushy is now joined quickly on the outside by Halterman. Further out over on that flat side is Mighty Way. Preston Trail is getting back, and Zubin over on the inside of it. They're inside the 800 metre mark, and it's Halterman over on the flat side with Mighty Way coming out at 3 out. Mushy the fence, 2 lengths further back in the race. They're now Preston Trail and Zubin. Coming down the grandstand side here, Armadale and Spartacus together. 1.5 Regal Centre. They're 2 lengths in front of Nature and our Superboy, and they're the 5 on the outside fence. He's pulled the whip on Spartacus. Armadale in front of him on the outside. Regal Centre is after those. Back in the middle of Spartacus and down the grandstand rail. They're in front. Armadale, Spartacus and Regal Centre. The grandstand rail lead from back on the inside. Mushy. It's Armadale, Regal Centre and Spartacus. Grandstand side, they're the leaders. Armadale coming out of Regal Centre. Armadale in front, and Armadale wins a neck to Regal Centre ahead. Third, Spartacus. Back to the inside, then Mighty Way. Mushy to the outside, our Superboy from Zubin. Nature didn't go on. Further back in the race, Preston Trail. And back at the tail is Halterman.
Number 4, Armadale, 5.40 and 1.90. 1 Regal Centre, 2.70. 3 Spartacus, 1.40.
And on the Super Tab there, 4 Armadale to pay 5.30, 1.70, 1 Regal Centre, 2.80, and 3 Spartacus to pay 1.40. Correct weight, Canberra.
It came down the grandstand rail here. Back in the autumn, he ran 1.7.7. Wind has dropped just moderately here as compared to race 1. But he's come down the outside here, Armadale number 4, up to the photo for second. Regal Centre number 1 is second. And number 3, Spartacus, has got third, so it's 4-1-3, 4-1-3. First home on the flat rail was Mighty Way. For the grandstand rail in front, probably for the best part of the last 800 metres. And they've comfortably held the flat brigade. And it's Armadale number 4, ridden by Darren Beedman, running a blistering gallop here of 1:8.1. Trained by Graham Rogerson, by Rory's Jester from Lovebird, which was a century mare. Bred by Jerry Harvey of Harvey Norman. And ridden by the man, D. Beedman, number 4. 1 second, Regal Centre, Brian York. And third, 3 Spartacus. He was up sharing the lead, a couple off the outside rail, but under pressure it was noticeable that Dye gave him a crack with a whip at about the 500, and Regal Centre has come from behind him to worry him out of second prize.
In the third, Chlorophyll opens favourite, 250.
Okay, we'll have a look at those openers soon. Let's go back to Brian.
Price today is pretty quick horse. He's raced by G, M&P, Cranitis, Dr. R. Thompson, J. Woodward, and G. Young, and he's had 15 runs for 4 wins, 5 seconds and 1/3. Number 4, and that's Armadale, ridden by Darren Beedman. Just waiting on the tapes to come up here. Second one, Regal Centre, Brian York, and third, number 3, Spartacus, ridden by Shane Dye. And they're off and running now, down on the inside here, and Rose of Portland bounds very quickly. Sedana getting back after the start. Hello Dale back second last, and Eastern Zone is last of all. Chlorophyll is caught out a little deep when travelling forward now, and around the outside going faster towards the front as Allied. Chlorophyll goes up second. Rose of Portland now running third from Smooth Flow. Miss Margaret Like a Smile together, 2 for the back, and the race. Firm Flight's gone around them, 2 for the back, Country Lane. Then Sedana, Suma Peace, Courtly Qualms, and a fair way back in the race then is Cyrenus, followed by Suma Peace, who's got right out of it now from Eastern Zone. Hello Dale last of all. Smooth Flow in front at the 1,000, joined on the outside by Firm Flight and pushing up along the inside of those Allied. Allied's gone through now to lead Smooth Flow, and Firm Flight 3 up. 2 lengths further back, the favourite running fourth, Chlorophyll. 1 then to Rose of Portland, a half Miss Margaret. 2 further back in the race, Country Lane, Sedana, and then Gull City, Courtly Qualms. A fair way back, Cyrenus, Like a Smile's drifted back from Suma Peace. Eastern Zone, Hello Dale last of all. 600 metres to go, and it's Allied, Smooth Flow, and Firm Flight 3 out. Chlorophyll's had a fair run behind them, eases to the outside fourth. They're followed further back in the race by Rose of Portland, waiting for the run. Miss Margaret following Chlorophyll and is going with her now. 400 to go. Chlorophyll under pressure. Miss Margaret's got up outside her as they go to the front now. Cyrenus back to the fence, and then Like a Smile and Courtly Qualms, but Miss Margaret let down now at the 200 metre mark. Move to the front. Miss Margaret in front now from Rose of Portland, back on the inside. Then further back in the race, Gold City. Miss Margaret in front. Rose of Portland finishing hard with Gold City. Rose of Portland in front. I think Rose of Portland may have just beaten Gold City. And third home in the middle is Miss Margaret. Further back in the race, Hello Dale late from Like a Smile. Then Suma Peace back behind those in the race, Cyrenus. A gap Sedana, then Courtly Qualms, Country Lane. Chlorophyll didn't go on from Allied. Well back in the race, Eastern Zone. Firm Flight and Smooth Flow, the 2 leaders back at the tail.
11 Rose of Portland, 450 and 170. 10 Gold City, 340. 5 Miss Margaret, $2.
On the Super Tab with correct weight Canberra, weights right Canberra, 11 Rose of Portland, 470, 170. 10 Gold City to return 370. 5 Miss Margaret, 180.
Of Miss Margaret getting ahead in front, and she's got it. Number 11. Number 11 hangs on. Number 10 is second. Gold City just missed. And third placing goes to Miss Margaret, number 5, ridden by Dan Brereton. 11, 10, 5 and 136. Home the last 634.9. Chlorophyll just had to do a bit of work, then got across to get a nice run behind the 3 leaders. Miss Margaret got around her at the 300 metre mark and got to the front. Then Rose of Portland, who'd been ridden a very patient race here by King, went back to the fence, reached the lead. Wasn't much left in the tank because 1 more bound and Gold City would have nailed her. But Gold City has just missed, with Rose of Portland getting in from Gold City.
All right, they're about to move in Gold Coast.
This is Triple S, the good sports.
So the Freedman stable strike first blood at the carnival today before this huge crowd. There is no doubt in my mind they'll break the record here today for the Derby crowd. The record, post-war record, 61,000 from last year. And if there's not 75,000 at least here at the moment, I'll go he. Number 11, Rose of Portland, Stephen King. A mare by Seattle Slew from Rose of Kingston, raced by David Helen Haynes. Norman Von Nider, prepared by Lee Freeman. A copybook ride by King to take the shortcut, the rails. Gold City just missed. She's close to a win now, Gold City. 136 the time. And third, Miss Margaret, took off about 350 out, got going. But just couldn't shake off the one on the inside, which had the cushier run. And that was Rose of Portland. Okay, totes are up, 470, 170, 370 and 180.
Okay, we'll get them officially soon. They are super tab dividends. We'll get those from the printer soon.
And they're racing. They're bouncing a good line too. One of the best to begin was Superb Lady going up on the outside. Simply Believe showing speed. In front in the early point now from Tambour to Robay, and a Scorbic coming over from the outside. Simply Believe in front when they head up the back of the track now. Moving up a Scorbic second, 2 for the back to Robay. Caught 3 deep around Tambour. He's in on the fence, and on the outside of it Superb Lady. To the back Calm Abiding, My Bridie, A Pray for Rain. In trouble My Bridie, Assertive Lass had to ease back. So did Dashing Eagle, who's back near the tail in company with Denendry. Around the turn at the 1400 metre mark, and a Scorpic goes to the front from Simply Believe. DeRobay's pulling hard, goes around the outside, and she's pulling her way up towards the front. Superb Lady went back fourth from Pray for Rain deep. A few of these just caught out a little wide. Tambour further back from Tennessee Rhythm, Assertive Lass, Countess Carmen, Denendry. Calm Abiding back second to last in the race, Dashing Eagle, and 2 to My Bridie, who was checked early last of all. Along the back of the track they race now. A Scorpic a length in front of DeRobay. They're followed by Pray for Rain, 3 out. 4th on the fence, Simply Believe. 1 Superb Lady, Assertive Lass is running 6th. 3 off the rail, 2 further back, Tambour. Then Dashing Eagle starting to make her ground around the outside of Countess Carmen. Further back in the race then came at the head of the others, My Bridie, and back to the inside, Calm Abiding near the tail. As they race towards the 750 metre mark, a Scorpic a length in front from DeRobay second, and Pray for Rain off the track. Here's Dashing Eagle about 5 out, putting in its run when they turn for home. Behind it, Countess Carmen back to the inside, Simply Believe. In the straight, a Scorpic in front of DeRobay, and Pray for Rain, Assertive Lass, and Dashing Eagle on the outside. Superb Lady getting out. Dashing Eagle put under some pressure. Pray for Rain goes up to DeRobay. Superb Lady, and further out, Dashing Eagle and Assertive Lass. It's Pray for Rain in front from Superb Lady. Dashing Eagle can't get up from there. Superb Lady has hit the front now from Pray for Rain. Denendry could be the danger after Superb Lady. Denendry coming after Superb Lady. Denendry, Superb Lady, and Denendry. Denendry has beaten Superb Lady. 2 away, third's tight. Calm Abiding or Pray for Rain. A gap Tambour from Countess Carmen to Robay. Then Assertive Lass. Dashing Eagle didn't go on from Simply Believe. Then further back in the race, Tennessee Rhythm from a Scorbic. And My Bridie, who's knocked out of the races near the tail.
Number 6, Denendry, 14.30 the win, 3.10 the place. Over 10, Superb Lady at 2.50. Photo third. 9, Calm Abiding, 3.20, or 13, Pray for Rain, $30.10.
6 Denendry, $17.20, $4 even. 10 Superb Lady, $2.40. Those for third, 9 Calm Abiding, $3, or 13 Pray for Rain, $26.90 the place. Correct weight, Canberra.
Geelong recently, and she's got up to Superb Lady, who got the split and hit the front. But she's been tipped out here, Superb Lady. Looked home. Looks set to break through and win a first race, but Denendry's come at her. And Denendry has nailed her. Superb Lady second, number 10. And the judge calling on the photo for third with Pray for Rain and the fast finishing Calm Abiding, which has come from second last in the home turn. Calm Abiding, a very good run. And it's in this photo for third. Pray for Rain and Calm Abiding, the 2 in the photo for third placing. 6.10 and the photo in 2.1.9.
Bring in Gold Coast.
Okay.
Backwash along the back when My Bridie was hampered. She ran up to join him when they turned for home. She was about 4 out, but started to come at them. But then she just, when he let her down inside the 300, she was just starting to labour, and she couldn't finish it off, Dashing Eagle, and she started to...
Flash that third number.
This is Triple S. They're moving up at the Gold Coast following...
They're off and running in the Derby, and they bounced in a good line with Intergaze going out quickly. Portland player and going fast, Prattler. Prattler in front of the early stages now from Magic of Sydney and Jewel Dilemma, Prince Miasma, and here's Adventurous coming across quickly from the outside. Out of the straight they go. Prattler joined by Adventurous going up on the outside to head it off now. Then Jewel Dilemma. Adventurous swung out a little wide, and Prattler kicked up on the inside to lead it nearly a length. Adventurous second, 2 further back, Magic of Sydney. Outside it then came Jewel Dilemma. 2 lengths further back, Prince Miasma 1.5 into Gaze, back running 6, a length and a half further back in the race. Came Portland Player from Mustang Ranch. Alpha's gone up on the outside, 1.5 to Anthem's Kim Commander. 1 length further back in the race, Tom Bowler and Ebony Grove is last of all. And they're strung out over about 15 lengths as they go to the 1800 metre mark in the Derby. And the leader, Prattler, got his own way in front, 2.5 to Adventurous, inclined to get his head up. 2 lengths further back, Magic of Sydney, 1 to Jewel Dilemma from Mustang Ranch. Prince Miasma into Gaze. Alpha caught a little deep on the outside. He's out 3 and 4 wide at the moment, Alpha, and he's going forward now up to be running third. Alpha, the favourite, going up now as they drop the speed of the 1400 metre mark. Prattler 2 in front of Adventurous, 1.5 into Alpha. Magic of Sydney from Prince Miasma going around the outside, goes up third. Alpha now fourth. Fifth on the inside, Magic of Sydney from Jewel Dilemma. 2 for the back, Mustang Ranch. Into Gaze has got back in front of it, Portland Player. Further back, Kim Commander. They're followed back along the inside by Tom Bowler, then Anthems, and last of all, Ebony Grove. Off the back, they race now at the 1150 metre mark, and Prattler 3/4 Adventurous. 2 further back in the Derby at the moment, running third, Prince Miasma from Jewel Dilemma. They're followed by Magic of Sydney running fifth. A length and a half further back was Alpha. Portland Player's gone around it. They're followed by Mustang Ranch. Kim Commander taking off with Anthems. Inner Gaze has got back to third last. Second last now, Tom Bowler, and Ebony Grove is last of all. Prattler in front of the 750 metre mark in the Derby now from Adventurous, having another crack at it on the outside. They're followed further back by behind those Magic of Sydney third. Outside it, Prince Miasma, then came Alpha. Jewel Dilemma out deep and further back, Mustang Ranch. In the straight they race now, Adventurous going after Prattler, 400 to go. 2 further back, then Alpha up to third, given a crack with a whip, Portland Player. And down the outside, Ebony Grove is coming with a run. It's Alpha, Portland Player, Ebony Grove. They've grabbed Prattler. Ebony Grove out wide now, going up with Portland Player and Alpha, who's still fighting back, 100 to go. Over on the inside, Alpha grabbed by Portland Player. Portland Player in front of Alpha and Ebony Grove. Portland Player wins the Derby. Wins it a half neck to either Alpha or Ebony Grove. They're followed back on the inside by Prattler. Further back in the race, Mustang Ranch, then Tom Bowler. Inner Gaze didn't come into it from Adventurous, and further back in the race, then Anthems. Then came Magic of Sydney, well back in the race, Jewel Dilemma. And the last couple to pull up in the Derby are Prince Miasma, and with it, Kim Commander.
Number 9, Portland Player, 13.50, 3.60. Photo for the Miners, 2 Alpha, 1.50. 7 Ebony Grove, 2.30.
Super Tab 9 Portland Player to pay $11.63 even. 2 Alpha to pay $1.50 and 7 Ebony Grove to pay $2.10. Protest fourth against third in Canberra. Fourth placing to number 4.
Photo call for. Photo call for in the Derby, and number 9 gets the photo. Number 9 Portland Player, Greg Hall. Number 9.
Gold Coast.
2 is Brining to a forward position, putting that clear on the inside, Florence Maria. Mars Roy is wide in the early stages, followed by King of the Kang Renaissance, and towards the tail of the...
Next taking to the yard now, here's Brian.
Right, thanks, Brian. Congratulations, Lee. That's started, well, we started a big day an hour or so ago, but that's just top of the cake, isn't it?
Look, it's just absolutely fantastic for the Hayneses. They put an enormous amount of money into this breeding venture of these overseas horses, and I think even David himself would say that it's been an unsuccessful venture, but I've always had great confidence in this colt. I thought he was a real good stayer in the making, and I thought he peaked. He needed to run a little bit last week, and he came on in leaps and bounds this week, and I was very happy with him.
Well, the pace was on with Prattler. It made it a true staying race, and he's proved the best stayer.
Well, that's right. I mean, you know, derbies are about horses that can stay, and this horse probably had as good a pedigree as you could have to run out the Derby trip.
What about G?
Oh, we'll have to leave it. They're moving it.
Okay, this is Triple S, the Good Sports, moving up in Brisbane. In Adelaide, I should say, for the next on the program.
You say, as I was about to come on here, that he'll be a better horse in the autumn.
I think he will. He's still immature, but he's a very good horse.
Well, I think we might be looking for something then, aren't we?
I think so.
Okay, thanks, Lee.
That's Lee Friedman talking with Brian Blackmore there in Melbourne.
Now, circles of gold on the inside. There's the light. Setner off and running now, bounced in the good line. Nothing like a Dane. He took hold and dropped it back now with Magnet Bay after the start, and also Octagonal. Volante first out was Salius, and Love Dance travelling forward. Circles of Gold is over on the inside early. Then further back, all our mob from Count Shivers, Juggler on the inside, Sky Bow, Magnet Bay, Arctic sent 2 to Octagonal. Nothing like a Dane last of all. They go to the 1600. Salius took over in front now, led by a length. Love Dance, and Volante has dropped into the box. box seat third, a length away, a length and a half then to Circles of Gold. 2 further back, All Our Mob running fifth, a length and a half, Count Shivers, 1 to Sky Bow. 2 further back in the race then came Magnet Bay on the inside of Juggler. 3 further back, Arctic Scent from Octagonal, about 15 off the front, and 3 last of all, Nothing Like a Dane. At Chiquita Lodge, 1200 to go, and the leader down on the inside here is Salius, a length to Love Dance, 2.5 for Londe, 2 further back, Circles of Gold fourth, 2 to All Our Mob, 3 lengths further back, Count Shivers. They're followed by Magnet Bay on the inside of Sky Bow from Juggler, caught out a little wide, 2 to Octagonal, 1 to Arctic Scent at the 1,000-metre mark, and Nothing Like a Dane about 18 lengths off the front last of all. Salius is dictating her terms, a half in front of Love of Dance on the outside second. 2 to Falonde's been in the box seat third at the 800-metre mark all the way. 2 lengths, Circles of Gold around it, All Our Mob. 1.5, Count Shivers from Magnet Bay, Sky Bow, Juggler. Octagonal third last, second last is Arctic Scent, and last of all is Nothing Like a Dane. On the turn, Salius in front, Love Dance under pressure. Dittman about to get out from behind the lead. He gets out on Falonde. All Our Mob goes up third on the outside. Love Dance has gone, then Count Shivers. Further back, Circles of Gold. Salius of the 400, 1.5 Falonde. All Our Mob's got up on the outside of it and travels better. In fact, All Our Mob gets to Salius. Falonde under pressure. 2 further back, then Count Shivers, Circles of Gold. Nothing else from behind because All Our Mob has sprinted to the front of the 100-metre mark, a length in front. Falonde starting to fight back. Marshall's getting everything out of All Our Mob. It holds Falonde at bay, and All Our Mob wins nearly a length in the run home. Falonde 2 lengths third, nearly a dead heat, Circles of Gold, or on the inside Salius, very close for third there. Behind them, Count Shivers from Arctic Scent, Nothing Like a Dane, Magnet Bay, then Octagonal, Sky Bow. Juggler didn't come on. A gap in the race into Love Dance, who's last of all.
And number 1, All Our Mob, 13.30 the win and 3.30 for the place. 7 for Lonte, 1.50 for third. 9 Circles of Gold, $5. 12 Salius, 2.70.
1 All Our Mob to pay 13.10, 3.40. Number 7 Falonte to pay 1.50, and those for third, 9 Circles of Gold at 5.30, or 12 Salius, 2.30, moving up the Gold Coast.
Mark, he was going better, and he's been too good. Really has been the quiet achiever of racing. He's been everywhere, this fellow, and he thrives on racing. Number 1, All Our Mob, has beaten number 7 Falonte, and a desperate go for third between Circles of Gold and Salius. Very close to third, 1-7.
On the inside, Mr. In-Betweener. Rosenthorpe has trapped.
Animal, who was purchased, I think, for about 80,000 as a dispersal sale. And look at Simon Marshall as he comes back here. A beautiful ride, and he's got All Our Mob home in the McKinnon Stakes. And the horse is now topped the $2 million in prize money. Let's go to Gay Waterhouse with Brian Blackmore.
Right, thanks very much, Brian. Gay, congratulations. It's an $80,000 prize going all right, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly puts a bit of a beat to your foot. I know we were stepping very slow before this race.
Well, Brian Martin was just pointing out, you know, he can't recall a horse winning a Newmarket in the autumn and taking out a race like this in the spring. This has been a marvellous performance, not only by the horse and the jockey, but also by the trainer.
Yes, I must say, it gives me great satisfaction training a horse like this. He's just a pleasure to train. I wish they were all as versatile.
Another $250,000 today. Now, what about Nothing Like a Dane? You're quite pleased with the run of it?
I was very happy with the run. And, you know, he got a little bit far back. He got a little bit out of his step. It was a very fast run race. You can see the times. But this horse is just outstanding. I can't take anything away from the winner.
Congratulations, Al.
There's Gay Waterhouse talking with Brian Blackmore. This is Triple.
Up and running now. Gold Ace bounced very quickly on the outside with Marauding Seeker. Most are heading out. Lionhearter heading to the outside. And the only 2 to go down the flat side, and Costa de Lago and Rubidium. And the other 12 runners are going straight to the outside. A Mask Party is first out there. Mask Party led now from moving up on the outside. Kingston calling now to join it. They're followed by Seeker. Lionhearter beaten for speed. Further back in the race then came at the head of the others back behind those Royal Discard. They're followed by Del Sol and Cut Up Rough in behind the field. Waver Tree, Ruline. Further back in the race then came Prince Marauding. Gold Aces on the outside, rolled back behind the leaders, and Captain Lee near the tail on the outside fence. And Costa de Lago, Rubidium together over on the flat side, but down the grandstand rail, Mask Party. Kingston calling, Seeker coming at them from Lionhearter, giving a crack with a whip. Right behind them, Gold Ace waiting for a run, running on now. Then Captain Lee, Gold Ace gets the split between Mask Party and Seeker, and Gold Ace has hit the front down the outside now. They're well out in front, and Gold Ace is in front of Seeker. Seeker, Captainly, then Mask Party, but he's drawing away Gold Ace a mile too good, holding Seeker at bay, and Gold Ace down to the line, wins it about 2 lengths to Seeker. Mask Party, I think, third from Captainly. Then further back was Encosta de Largo. They're followed further back by Wave a Tree, Lion Hunter, Cut Up Rough Raleen, Rubidium back to the inside, further back than Royal Discard, Prince Marauding, and also with it Del Sol, and Kingston Calling has dropped out near the tail.
1 Gold Ace, 350 and 160. 8 Seeker, $4. Third 7 Mask Party, 330.
Number 1 Gold Ace, 350, 160. Number 8 for second Seeker to return, $4.10. And number 7 Mask Party, 390. A new track record.
Correct weight, Canberra.
5 and a sizzling 32.9 for the last 600. The wind has just got up before they've jumped, and it's got up right behind them. This northerly. And he got the split between Mask Party and Seeker. Gold Ace set off the speed, got the cover, burst through, and runs a track record here. Gold Ace, number 1. Number 8 is second, Seeker, Darren Gauci. And Mask Party gets third after the photo, number 7, ahead of number 4, Captainly, 1, 8 and 7 in track record time.
The last, race 8, Crying.
That track record with the conditions, the ground, with the track just razor sharp today, lightning fast. You knew that the conditions were up for a track record to go by. And Ronnie Paps is across from 5 TAB, and we're just talking about the conditions before they went out there. And a track record from a horse of this calibre in a Group 1 race was always on the cards, Ron.
Well, it was, Brian, and he's a spectacular galloper at his best, but he's made a mess of that record. But I think that the thing that's going to come out of the racing today, Brian, unless rain comes, the imported gallopers are in diabolical trouble on Tuesday.
Yes, we need the rain desperately to get the fire out of this ground.
That 5-2 or whatever it is now about Oscar Schindler is looking very, very shaky indeed unless rain comes.
Well, there he is, Gold Ace, another one to the Freedmans. That's 2 Group 1s for the day. They've won the Derby and they've won the Salinger here today.
Well, it was a matter of time, I think, for Lee to turn things around. He's had a very quiet carnival, Brian, but now 2 Group 1s, the Derby, and very nearly stole the Derby with his outsider, Prattler. So he's had a big day. And what about Stephen King early in the week? Hardly had a decent ride to talk about. And now,
there's an aerial shot we're looking at from the 10 network now, and you see the Grandstand Brigade, the 12 horses that came down the outside, how far in front they were from the lone 2 over on the flat side.
You couldn't sell the land on the inside rail, Brian.
Yeah, the outsiders had 5-6 lengths on them there. Okay, numbers there, 187 in track record time, and it's Gold Ace and Steve King and the Freedman stable. The winner raced by Mr. and Mrs. Bob Scarborough, by Dirty Orr from Cooter Chance. He's a 4-year-old bay stallion, 17 starts for 7 wins, and that's a group win for him. He won the Galaxy back in April at Randwick. Stevie King, the winning rider, and he quickly went to the outside, got the cover. Second Seeker, number 8, Darren Gauci. And there he is, Mask Party, leading them on the outside, running a bowl race, number 7, ridden there by Shane Dye. 187, Brian Blackmore, with the compliments of Mobiltronics, talking with Lee Freedman.
Getting set, Gold Coast.
Quiet Caulfield. We had a quiet Cox Plate day, but today's a different story, Lee. Congratulations. Well, we kept our powder dry for Flemington. We wanted to... I like that. Well, you had one came down the inside in Costa and one down the outside. We saw the outside's obviously miles better than the inside, Lee. Yeah, quite obviously, and it's a bit of a shame because I thought the Colt would have run a great race had he drawn out there. But anyway, we've won the race. Great sprinters won it, and make no mistake, he is a great sprinter to carry 57 and break the course record here.
Well, of course, he's now in the books as the record holder as well.
Racing Gold Coast.
That's nice. Do they pay any more for that?
No, I don't think so, mate. Congratulations. Well done.
Going forward, big...
But they're racing. Away they go in the last, and centre go bounce quickly. Away fast is Bowheat out in the centre, a Redditas, and here from the outside, Fewer Chosen and Storm. They're following across quickly, and showing a bit of speed now is Desert Chill down to the winning post the first time. Fewer Chosen, Storm crossover. No, they can't get around a Redditas who pushed up. Storm goes around them now, and Storm in front. 2 lengths now in advance of a Redditas and Fewer Chosen, 3 to Desert Chill. 1.5 then to Bowheat, 1.5 to Crying Game. He's 6th going over the crossing. 1.5 then to My Kiwi Gold, a lot closer today. 1 length further back, centre go. 2 to Super Slew, 1 to Brilliant Poet, 1.5 Quick Ransom. Then Praise Indeed, and further back, Cedo Bridge, top rating Prince Caliph. Aphasia section, and last of all is Creating Habit. They go up inside the 1,800 metre mark. And taking over now is Hereditas. Hereditas got to the front by 2 lengths. Second placing Storm. He drops his head second now. 1.5 lengths to Fewer Chosen. Desert Chill is over on the inside as they slow right up now. He's running fourth, Desert Chill. Fifth a length away is Bow Heat, a half into Crying Game. My Kiwi Gold on the outside there of Centigo, 2 lengths into Super Slew. Over on the inside, Brilliant Poet, 1.5 Quick Ransom, 1 further back, Praise Indeed. 1.5 Cedo Bridge from Section Prince Caliph, top rating, and Creating Havoc and Aphasia near the tail. At the 1200 metre mark, and a Reditass into the back straight, a length and a half in front of Fewer Chosen, Storm third, the fence, 1 into Desert Chill. He's off the rail running fourth, 2 further back, Bow Heat. Outside of Centigo, a length further back, Crying Game running 7th. They've got 3 lengths in front of My Kiwi Gold. Brilliant Poet, the rail at the 1,000. 2 then to Super Slew. Aphasia starting a run. Further back in the race, Quick Ransom from further back, then Praise Indeed, followed by Prince Caliph. Well out of it, Cedo Bridge, and then Section, top rating, and Creating Havoc last of all. 800 metres to go, and the leader still a Reditass. A half length in front now from Fewer Chosen. 1.5 further back, Desert Chill. It's had a good run. Storm on the inside of it from Bow Heat. Then Centigo just behind those, My Kiwi Gold from Brilliant Poet, and further back then Super Slew coming around the turn. Fewer Chosen goes up to a Reditass when they turn. 2 lengths to Storm, given a crack with a whip. Centigo back inside it, try to push out to the Desert Chill, then Bow Heat, and right up